Alright, so we have four legs here, and Kasva is playing as the Goths. And yeah, Goths. Instant loom means you could do some forward laming shenanigans with the villagers, maybe go shoot some enemy boars and go crazy, but four legs is all about the legs and of course map control otherwise, but there's so much fish to be taken in each corner here, so whoever controls more legs has a distinct advantage in terms of food economy and an easy setup for advancement through the ages, maybe most notably into the Castle Age and possibly an earlier Imperial Age as well. So I don't usually cast these so high level games. This isn't indeed what turn is, by the way. Let's just disable the drunk casting. Drunk casting. That should be about right. So we'll see what this game brings. We're currently in the Dark Age, so there's still a while to go here. Just currently getting a grasp of the area. Uzzi, I think that is an Italian player. We could actually double check that in the chat. Hi, Karalime. All good. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, we didn't find Uzzi, but I think Uzzi is Italian. I'm not gonna. I have nothing to confirm that right now, but this is definitely a very high level. At least Kasva is like, yeah, 2K4 or something, 2K3, 2K4, very solid player. Did or is competing for a spot in the Red Bull LAN event, I think. So yeah, this should be fun. Here we go, slaughtering the sheep before the deer here, but yeah, definitely worth taking the deer. Collects more food, it's more efficient overall. Bringing the boar here. This is Goths, so you don't need to. You need way fewer shots to kill the boar, so Kasva is just fine here, even with just a few villagers starting to shoot here. Now going down to dock. 5 on wood, very common for hybrid maps like this to be able to drop the dock and sustain fishing ship production. Here it comes. We saw the Blue Scout here trying to take fight against Kasva, but Kasva gets the first hit, so that's already bad news for the Blue Scout. Yeah, no point trying to take out the... You could delay the dock, of course, but you can't really take out the villager here because buffs have instant loom, so yeah, it's going to delay it a bit. Risk a little bit of damage here. Probably worth it, or maybe not. It's 1 second of delaying fish income. Here comes the first fish for Kasva, while Uzzi with the Portuguese is also pumping out the first fish. So a very similar start so far. You will see the wood setup for both. There is 5 on wood, right? To make sure you have wood to produce fishing ships somewhat consistently, and oh, nice little trap there. Pathing or forcing the scout to path into TC fire. So Kasva is about to find the enemy location, scouting near the corners, right, to see if there's any docking going on or anything, but now going to get close to enemy base here. The villager does not loom, but is loomed in here for Utsi, so that shouldn't be an issue. Overall situation here, those are very high level players, so don't expect any high idle TC time here in the early game. You'll see the fishing ship count is fairly consistent for both of them here, and loom now all the way for Utsi as well, just to make sure that the docking villager and villagers otherwise are safe here. Taking the stragglers, struggling a little bit for... Is it the Portuguese? So there's nothing on gold here for Utsi. Utsi looks to be going greedy with the villager to the... could be going down here, of course. For a sneak talk, maybe that's the plan. Yeah, it's definitely going to be the sneak talk here. I think Kasva won't see that at this moment. Hola, just for fun. Yeah, now going to gold. Should be too soon to afford the fire galleys and galleys here. And eventually probably the archers as well, being the Portuguese here. Or if you want to go really on the meme style, you could go organ guns long term as well, which are a ridiculous unit if you can mass them. Kasva in the meantime is making militia here, opting for some sort of men-at-arms play here with the Goths. 2 on gold. Goths infantry is cheaper, so can afford more. Excuse me, more than the standard 3 militia here with no issues whatsoever. A bit unfortunate scouting for Utsi here. Obviously doesn't want to go too close to the TC here, but did not spot the barracks. Maybe you'll expect it from the Goths, but here we go. Sees the angry housewife moving forward here. Probably expecting there to be more. We'll be chasing one of them, but this scout is already weak. Kasva should win this easily. Yeah, takes out the scout. Great value there for Kasva. Gonna play set in an arena turning later today. Ooh, nice. If the timing is correct, maybe we'll cast it live. Barracks going up for Utsi here as well, but that's probably just to get those archers out for the Portuguese civilization here. A nice quick walling on the woodland to keep the men-at-arms out. Town watch as well, just in case this is a... Well, it provides more vision. Will allow you to see any sneak dock going up in the corner, and it's also going to allow you to see if this is a men-at-arms towers play from the Goths. Kasva isn't on stone though, so this is probably not going to be the men-at-arms towers. Enter the men-at-arms here to... Yeah, at least idle some villagers along the way here. It's in the night. Yeah, I might be awake in the night. So, Walt's going down dangerously quickly. It doesn't even repair behind this. Will it repair in time? No, Mentars are in. And Kasva is going to get a kill over here. There's stuff going on down south as well. We can't really miss that. There's 2 dogs now for Kasva, making fire galleys out of both of them here. Really seems really a bit worried about the situation here. Making 4 fire galleys total, but it's 2 dogs to 1, so Kasva should be winning this, no problem. Found the woodline, found a villager, and second villager dead for Kasva, but also 2 eco units dead for Kasva, which are the fishing ships down south here. Archers out for the Portuguese, but that doesn't save the woodline over here, and left with only woodline, 1 woodline over next to the TC here, where the men-at-arms will struggle to get to, but this is fantastic value from Kasva's men-at-arms opening here. Yeah, no, doesn't seem to care too much about it. And here comes a tower! Turns out it is men-at-arms tower, after all. Not towers, but tower. That just can't go up. That can't go up. The men-at-arms are dead, so they can't defend the villagers here, but Kasva doesn't care. Hello? Sup, Blue? Yeah, that tower. Oh, that's overcommitment by USC here. It tasks all the gold miners, probably more efficiency here, to take down the tower as quickly as possible. But that's 125 wood down the drain for Kasva there. But idling so many gold vendors here. What's going on? You guys need to get back to work. Let's see, are we freaking out? There's definitely some micro going on water here. Oh, the demo! It was a way to force a reaction on the gold here to be allowed to send a demo into 2 or 3 of Utsi's fire galleys here, and all, just like that, Kasva has a fantastic lead in the lake at home here. Dock in the second lake over to the right as well, so the Goths player now 2-1 in terms of lakes control here, and last demo goes to take out the last ship, and the forward dock of Utsi is simply history. I don't understand that tower though, but that was probably just a distraction maneuver, a very expensive distraction maneuver to force all the gold builders here to react so that Kasva could get the hit in on Utsi's units here. Utsi has found a way forward here. 4 archers with fletching in Kasva's woodline here, but somehow Kasva is able to evade the archer's attack at this point. Docking the 3rd lake as well. This is amazing for Kasva here. 3 docks under Kasva's control. Blue is over here as well, trying, or not even trying, to sneak up a dock here. Kasva is reacting, making Paragal is dropping a 2nd dock. Should be winning this lake as well, no problem. And no dock for Utsi on this pawn. There are 2 builders from Kasva here, and they're going to chase this poor woman here, who is taking the long stroll back home here. There's a bit too much happening in this game to follow. 5 fire galleys. Feels like almost an overcommitment here. Skirmishers defense for Kasva, so everything is happening at once here. There are only 4 archers forward, so 2 skirmishers. That might actually be enough to clear this up with fletching on the archers. 10 fishing ships for Kasva, 9 for Utsi. Albeit only 1 lake for Utsi, so if Kasva establishes some presence up north here, that should be a way to... Oh, he's committing here. Hello? Save me! Well... This is what 2K4 level play looks like, guys. Nice. 2 builders down for Kasva, but who cares? Kasva is with 5 builders lead, or 5 eco units lead here, rather. Effective builder count. Yeah, 2 apart here. Blue doesn't stand a chance here. Docks going up quite close to each other, but Kasva has a lead. Wait! Doesn't necessarily have a lead in the production here. Only 1 fire galley out for Kasva, while Utsi is queuing 2, but sadly in the same dock here, so that's going to delay things a bit. Yeah, Kasva might lose a few fish here. Archers going here as well to snipe some fishing ships, maybe. Nope, they changed their mind. We're not gonna kill the fishermen today. We'll try and enter main base here, maybe through the gate. Ah, the gold. Okay, skirmishers, 3. No, wait, there's more. There are 8 skirmishers total for Kasva here against the forward of Utsi, who is currently going Castle H. Should be easy enough for Utsi to produce a stable and then pump out a few knights and then deal with the pressure here with no problem. Yeah, backing up here. Back towards home base. There's 1 scout out while... Yeah, double stables in the castle for Utsi here. Nice way to deal with the skirmishers. Keep in mind though that Goths, they have a dirt cheap infantry, so even not being in Castle H yet, Kasva could still spam out a few spearmen here and deal with an early wave of knights. That shouldn't be a problem here, worst case. Looks like the scout is getting value here for Utsi though, and another one coming out here. Yeah, that should be enough to deal with the skirmishers. And Utsi able to get the dog up here over here now once that Kasva doesn't see currently. There could be some fighting over here now. Fire galleys in queue, lots of naval fighting going on here. Kasva with the fire galleys lead over here, contesting the docks. Demos could be very scary here. But you see Kasva only lost 1 fishing ship here. So in a good spot here, all things considered. Castle H is in for Utsi though, getting crossbow, bodkin, and producing knights as well. Portuguese, they get a gold discount on their gold costing units, so knights and anything costing gold will take less drain on your gold, 20% discount. Scouts getting value here, looks at the villager down for Kasva, 9, 4 KD here for Utsi, and Kasva has bought stone here for that defensive castle, I believe, because Kasva hasn't really been mining stone here. Fantastic stone plots here, though, so close to each other inside of the walls here. Shouldn't be any problem to get that stone collection going whenever Kasva feels like it, to get a cattle up and get to the important Goths unique technologies like Anarchy to make huskarls from barracks and perfusion in the Imperial Age to make the barracks work 100% faster. Here we go, knights from the blue player now entering castle space. As I said, the spearmen are coming out here. Kasva is also in the castle age. And what's he doing? Making knights as well. Gothic knights here for Kasva. Maybe because of the extensive food income across the lakes here. Oh, Kasva lost this one. So let's see, took Kasva by surprise to this side. No villagers here to repair the dock or the ships, since Kasva committed to trying to take out the villager trying to build the dock here in the first place. So good offensives by Utsi here. Looks like quite a bit of blue on the map here now. Blue somehow won this side as well, so Utsi is not joking around here, actually getting some decent value out of the naval commitment here. 3 lakes in Utsi's control now. 3 lakes to 1. Kasva is still fishing down here, and there's no way Utsi is going to claim this one. Right, Knights for Kasva, Gothic Knights, they get full upgrades just like the Portuguese ones here. So it's going to be a race to the upgrades here, but as you'll see, the Portuguese player here only has 100 hit points, not having bloodlines yet, while Kasva does, and is out knighting Utsi here. So it's 9 knights and counting for Kasva into 7 of them for Utsi. Portuguese and Goths playing knights here. However easy it is for Kasva to go into spearmen and pikemen defense here with the Goths, cheaper infantry. Kasva here chooses to try and outmass Utsi with the knights, and it makes sense as well because Utsi also has crossbows on the field. So if you're able to mass a decent mass of knights, you have the mobility and you have the means to deal with yeah, essentially both the crossbows and the knights of the blue player here. I think Utsi is trying to do too many things at once here right now. Did win 2 lakes, but is lacking upgrades for the land units, so notably the knights here. Kasva plus 2 defense, bloodlines is in much better upgrades on the knights for Kasva here. Should be able to take some great fights here against the blue player. Alright. Military situation comparable here. There's 12 crossbows and 10 knights for Utsi. Still no bloodlines for the knights, which is gonna hurt. Kasva also almost getting a bit trapped here. Nice path blocking there by Utsi. That's going to mean more HP loss on the knights of Kasva, and Kasva now, of course, withdrawing, not risking unnecessary fights here. I feel like Kasva also needs to start contesting some of the pawns here. Did lose control as 3 lakes for Utsi here. You could take out the dock though, and that would mean that Utsi won't have any drop-off point here. That might be the idea of Kasva here, using the mobility of the knights to deny fish access that way. Just gonna eat up the house, now the dock. Nice, okay. 2 TCs, 3 TCs for Utsi here, 2 TCs for Kasva, but 3 docks for Utsi as well, so definitely a solid eco setup for Utsi here. Gonna lose the dock and the fire galley here though, so that means no drop-off point. If Kasva snipes the forward villager here as well, then there's not gonna be any place to adjust the economy here for a new dock to drop a fish. Kasva doesn't get the villager though, so Utsi is going to lose the fish access here, obviously, but could just use this villager to drop another dock and be good to go. But there's a reason Kasva is pulling back, of course. There are yet again crossbows and knights inside of his base with Utsi with some solid forward here. 19 knights for Kasva though, and only 11 for Utsi, so this should be a great fight for Kasva here. Still no bloodlines for the Portuguese here. You'd think that Utsi thinks it's Byzantines or something. But that's the way it goes here. Oh, demo! Ah! Okay, it could have been a lot worse for Kasva. I guess Kasva is going to reclaim the corner here with taking out the dock with the knights here. A bit of fighting on the hill here. Kasva has to withdraw, is outnumbered by knights here. Not to mention that there's a monk here. Probably going to get a conversion here unless Kasva gets lucky and pulls away. Yep, he gets away with it. Ambitious forward castle for Utsi, committing no less than 7. Wait, more villagers. Okay, Bale on a very forward castle here. It's more like a semi-forward castle now. Monk micro. How many villagers? 18 villagers to build this castle, which will prove as a vantage point for Utsi to pull back to here to protect the armies when moving forward to raid or whatever. Yeah, that castle should be going up. Did lose some villagers along the way here though, and the eco units as a result is comparable here. Where is that bloodlines though? I mean, it's not an extensive knight play here for Utsi. Only +1 defense. But there are 12 knights, so why not just try and get that upgrade as well? At least bloodlines to match Kasva's hit points here, if anything. Another castle! It's gonna be the organs. It is the organ guns! Ay ay ay. Well, that's a nasty offensive from Utsi here. What's Kasva gonna do about this? The eco doesn't look too bright here, but just keeps committing to the stables here. Maybe feels like there's a shot still with the mass Gothic knights here as Utsi comes into raid, but these knights are way weaker than Kasva's, so Kasva should be able to clean this up, I think. Organ guns amassing here for Utsi, and it's looking rough for the red player here. Kasva still massing up on the knights. I mean, as long as the organ guns don't get to critical mass, you could still try and run in with knights and abuse the fact that organ guns have minimum range. I believe they do. So if you get too close to them, like within one tile, you could get favorable fights. But Kasva changes his mind here, tries to scramble a defensive cattle, and this isn't going up anytime soon. But here come the knights to do the counter raid. Most of the, if not all of the armies of Utsi is forward, and the eco at home is quite, especially the woodland here, quite very, very exposed to raids. Another TC going up on literally nothing here, but that's probably going to just to provide protection for farms long term here. We're fishing in 3 lakes for Utsi here, but Kasva now forward with the raid here with knights to take out potentially all of the town centers of Utsi here. And don't seem to worry too much about the situation at home here. Funnily enough, Kasva has the military lead, Utsi has the eco lead for now, but Utsi also risks losing a lot of town centers here to the counter raids of Kasva. So much idle eco time for for Utsi here. Where's that worker efficiency? Yeah, it's diminishing here for Utsi, and Kasva is thirsty for blood here, really looking for places to engage here. Commits all the knights to snipe these two villagers on the woodland, because why not? What's going on the other side? Is it... Okay, I thought it was a third castle for Utsi here, but it wasn't. Oh shit, yeah, he lost his castle foundation. Yikes. Not looking too bright for Kasva's home base here, but this relocating is going to the gold over here. How are the knights doing? Killing a lumber camp. Why would they? But they're also obviously getting some value here. The Eco KD is not in Kasva's favor, but is denying expansion here, stopping TCs from going up, forcing garrisoning, and the worker efficiency last minute for Utsir is close to 0. I'm honestly not sure what to make of this. Kasva with a slight military lead, Utsi still with more eco numbers, but they're not working, so that's one thing to consider as well. This TC foundation gets stopped. Kasva could probably take out this dock with the knights, and then Utsi will yet again need to rebuild, but there's barely any fish here to be taken, so probably not a point of priority at this point. As we have 27 knights in Utsi's base here. They're just here to wreck everything at home base for Utsi. Basically kill all of Utsi's economy except for the docks, but the fish is kind of running out. Kasva still has... Nah, not really. So one bit of fish left, and Utsi here with the 4-wheel Ranger maybe wanting to take a shot here again, but... These knights though, how many knights? 30 knights now, killing houses as well. That's not going to get Utsi housed anytime soon. Utsi, no. 2 forward castles, they're not really denying anything at this point. Where are the Oregon guns? They're gonna aim for this TC now. But you really need to deal with the situation at home as well if you're Utsi. Your score is dead even, if that even makes... any difference at this point, and yeah, the remaining fish eco here is going to go down for Utsi on this lake as well, but we do have 17 organ guns here to take out buildings rather quickly here with the hill bonus. Oh, one going down to TC Fire here. Good news for Kasva, I guess. TC down, 30 knights still. And now hunting for places to hit the exposed eco. I mean, still double castle organ gun production for Utsi here. Risk losing stray numbers here to the knights, because if you get close enough, the organ guns will die to melee attack. Don't think Kasva can engage until he has enough knights here, though. Organ guns, they are considered a siege weapon, I think. So knights will be able to exploit that minimum damage and deal more damage as they would against mangonels and scorpions and whatnot. I guess this is a long-term castle for Kasva to deny these 3 woodlands of Utsi. Utsi is out of wood over here, basically can't easily access. Well, he has wood over here, but yeah, that's denying some wood access over here. And you need, I believe you need wood for the organ guns. I think they cost wood and gold. So much going on there. Knights will take out the dock yet again here. Again, there's not really that much fish here to be taken out, but there are how many fish traps? 5 fish traps there. They're not going to be efficient at all, and the red presence across the map is growing here. Still need to deal with organ guns masses, of course, but denying wood over here from Kasva, it might eventually obstruct organ gun production. Sorry. Utsi has so much more resources in the bank though, and Kasva just keeps going here. finds stray organ guns to take out. This dock could also be taken out by knights here, unless the fire ships are able to deal with it. And another castle goes up for Kasva here. They're both in the castle age. It's all in castle age here. For the time being anyway, so there's no opportunity for trebuchets to take out castles here. You need to use rams or petards to take out castles in that sense. Kasva panic repairs the TC and garrisons here now. Will not be able to range the organ guns, but maybe the castle will it? Akkal-AOE is in for Kasva. Yeah. Wait, no! He's using a Mangonel from the other side here. Getting some juicy shots in on these organ guns. And now only 19 organ guns left for Utsi, who is going Imperial Age here. But is also losing the military here and won't really have any economy to back whatever the Imperial Age brings here. Look at the wood income here for Utsi. 73 on wood there for a moment. And now Dock going down, so Kasva again using the knights to take out Docks here. And I mean, basically the only resource that Blue has access to now is wood. That's why there are so many on wood for Blue, because the gold is running out. There is gold potential over here, of course, but Blue doesn't really have that scouted. TT going down here on the gold to this side. But Kasva has the mobility and may be able to do something about that over there. We're not going to see any Imperial Age from Kasva here for a long while yet, though, but Kasva has some military potential here with the mobility as opposed to the strong in mass but very slow organ guns. Some Knights numbers going down here, but also significantly delaying this town centers and securing some gold income here for some more gold income. Another TC on stones and golds over here. But again, the Knights are being used for mobility purposes here by Kasva, and doesn't make it easy for Utsi to keep economy and resource income going here. Currently, Kasva seems to be the better. Seems to have the better eco over here. Is subject to organ gun raids, but we now have Utsi in the Imperial Age queuing 2 trebuchets. We'll deal with this forward castle, presumably. But Kasva now making Huskarls here as another raiding unit here, and potentially also a means to deal with trebuchets here. It's gonna go for the raids on this woodland again. Kasva really doesn't like this woodland. It's been hitting with Midnights multiple times, and now with Huskarls. Our traps out down here as well with organ guns to protect, and Kasva is just insistent upon hanging on here, dropping barracks. Gonna produce more Huskarls maybe. Not sure how Huskarls would do against organ guns. They are kind of a gunpowder or a siege unit, I guess. Some gunpowder maybe. So the Huskarls infantry should be dying to that, but we'll see if we can get to a solid chunk of Huskarls here. They're not going to be elite Huskarls though, because Kasva isn't really in the Imperial Age or even close to the Imperial Age yet. It has stone for another castle. But just spreading out units everywhere. Huskarl here, Huskarl there. Has vision across the whole map here, Kasva. Well, let's see, also has the same thing. So how many Huskarls do we need to take out? 24 organ guns, I don't know how many are they? 31 organ guns, in fact. That is a scary mass, but Utsi at least won't be getting to elite organ gun here for a long while. Given the economy here that's been, again, mercury efficiency very low for Utsi here. And the raids are really red dots everywhere here for Kasva. The knights are chilling out for the time being, but yeah, now collecting more stone. What's that? That's anarchy, so you can start producing her skulls from the barracks here as well, just in time for Kasva. Well, there's a castle down here as well, so never mind. That's the castle researching anarchy. Organ guns and organ guns exclusively for Utsi here, relying on the power of these organ guns or piano cannons. Will Kasva survive this though? Pikes, Huskarls, ridiculous amount of infantry here given the situation of Kasva in the midst of all of this. Organ guns are deleting buildings more quickly, and trebs deleting buildings more quickly than you're comfortable with. Reclaiming some enemy gold here, and now what? Steampunk rakes. Is that a pikeman or what? I mean, resource value-wise, this is a fantastic fight for Kasva here. It's going to take out quite a few of the organ guns, and they are tough and hard to mass here. Yeah, this kind of stacked though. 18 of them left here at this area. Need to pay some attention to the neutral gold. Kasva is denying gold over here. It's not... Well, it must have been denying this one as well, because there aren't any villagers mining over here. It's still struggling for gold. Only one villager mining gold, but also, of course, denying eco of Kasva here. Kasva trying to get close to the organ guns, but... yeah, it doesn't have enough Huskarls there. Kasva is all in Castle Age here. There's just nothing else to do as a 2-builder cattle is going up on this side on Utsi's, within Utsi's line of sight here. Utsi is still with low worker efficiency. That goes for both of them, in fact. But the Huskarls certainly doing work here. KD pretty even. Utsi with the score lead here, but again being denied some gold access here. And I guess the Huskarls just pulling over here too. Surely this castle can't go up though. Don't call me Shirley. Surely. Yeah, I can't. Surely. I don't even know how to pronounce that, I think. It goes up. There's 2 freaking Goths villagers, and sorry to miss the action over here, but there's organ gun still doing work here, fighting for the very last bit of wood in Kasva's base. And really spreading out the armies here. Utsi is hungry for the win here, and still has 30 organ guns to keep things going here as the pikemen get closer. Mixed in with some Huskarls here. Kasva also struggling for gold, but should be able to spam pikemen indefinitely here with the 54 on food and 38 on wood. I guess Kasva will be reclaiming some gold over here because that castle is up. What am I seeing here? Victoria for Utsi here. Because the gold and everything is running out there, so why not just construct a Victoria and get that steady trickle of resources? It does take up population space, but that doesn't seem to be a concern right now. Kasva holding on, but also losing ground here. How do you even come back from this? You have to spam trash like a madman here if you Kasva. You're not in Imperial Age with the Goths here, so you can't really get to the 100% faster working barracks. So you just need to take the 20% faster working barracks you already have and make the best of that. It's only pikemen now for Kasva against organ guns, but Imperial Age is fine on the way, and that's something you never want Goths to allow to get to, especially not with a strong economy behind this, but... I guess we can say that Kasva has a strong economy behind this. It's 30 more villagers than Utsi, and the only thing really lacking is gold here, but we have the proper infantry upgrades, so with Imperial Age kicking in, Iron Casting will be the only thing missing for the infantry here. And gold access is about to be freed up here for Kasva with that castle. Another Victoria for Utsi here. I'll sacrifice some population space for a trickle of more income here. 3 castles to produce the organ guns. We have 4 castles total, but Utsi is... yeah, we'll be wanting more gold total here by the looks of it. We'll want to contest this castle as well, of course. Here's a Huskarl for Kasva to delay this town center. Is he on the villager fight now, or what is this? I guess Kasva tried to place a DC at this exact spot. That's why the villagers are just hanging out here. They're just not allowed to do so. Okay. Imperial Age is incredibly enough here for Kasva with 1 hour, 11 minutes in. Gonna lose quite a few villagers here. But matching the military number still. Now Huskarls are dominating the field. There are 31 Huskarls for Kasva here against the massed organ guns here. But quite a few of them are weakened. So that's also one to keep in mind as Kasva is about to engage here. Maybe take his shot at these organ guns. I'm guessing mixing in the pikes here helps to tank organ gun fire towards the pikemen as well, so that it's easier for the Huskarls to join in eventually. This is an amazing fight for the Huskarls. What happened here? It's cleaning up! It's 6 organ guns. Kasva is in the Imperial Age and will eventually be able to produce siege weapons to deal with the castles as well. But now Utsi lost most of the mass army here. 4 castles producing organ guns, yes, but it is a slow unit, not comparable to the movement speed of, for example, the Huskarls here. This trap will be going down, so Kasva saves this castle over here for sure. Ay. Maybe it's going to try and take out the castle with the infantry. Halberdier on the way in for Kasva. That is an odd choice of 600 gold investment at this point, but I guess it obviously makes the pikemen stronger here. I don't know if Halberdiers have some kind of bonus attack against organ guns as well. Could be, I wouldn't know. I almost never played against organ guns, but it is in. And the only eco worth left to raid here against Utsi is basically the victorious here. So now Kasva is hunting the other Fatorius and wants to stop that steady trickle of unlimited resources for Utsi here. That's obviously going to free up some pop space for Utsi, but it's also going to take away quite a bit of the resource income trickle that's happening here. Range is going up for Utsi now. Yeah, what's the... It has to be hand cannoneers, I guess, because you wouldn't really want to make archers or skirmishers against Huskarls. That doesn't make sense at all. Again, Kasva is finding resource to deny here. He does not want Utsi to have access to gold whatsoever, as a bunch of halberdiers are raiding over here. So there's a limit to how many Praetorians Utsi can build. You need you need stone and gold, among other things, to build Praetorians, I believe. So yeah. For each Praetoria lost here, it's becoming more difficult for Utsi to re-establish economy. Are we going to see Halberdiers kill a castle here now? I think that's going to take them a while. Kasva really likes to take out these docks with melee units. Now, again, some food income loss for Utsi. Only 3 on food here now. Doesn't need the food for organ guns, obviously. But will need it for hand cannoneers, cost food, for example. So if you deny the food of Utsi, the production of hand cannoneers will be severely limited. Yeah, the military numbers here, it's everything is in Kasva's favor right now. The overall population is similar, but that's because Utsi has 1 or 2 Fatorias somewhere around here. There's one over here at least. One castle going down, organ guns again pushing here with a trebuchet behind to take out barracks. Kasva, only 3 on gold here, did deplete this gold, will probably be aiming for this one in not too long here, Kasva, to increase that gold income. And Utsi does not want to give up here. We're at 1 hour, 20 minutes here, and the game is still undecided, but currently Kasva has triple the army number of Utsi. Even if it's only halberdiers and some Huskarls, Kasva has a significant army numbers advantage, and if the halberdiers and the unit gets close enough to the organ guns, they can still take them out. Seems like Utsi can't really afford organ guns at this point. There is a gold trickle, but that's so small that it doesn't really apply at this point. No relics for either player. There's been action all over here. Another wave of infantry here to, I guess, idle yet another woodline for Utsi here. Oh. The map is so deceiving right now. Utsi has still so much map presence here, castles everywhere. Kasva needs to deal with that, but Kasva has the better economy. 37 on wood, 51 on food. Utsi has only 67 builders to Kasva's 96. Still has 1 Praetoria over here, but that's about to go down to Kasva's attacks, and I think that's the only one on the field currently. So, wait, there's 2. There's 1 over here as well, protected by 2 castles. Full on trash production. Kasva is gonna try and win this game going Halberdiers or trash exclusively, but that's what happens in these drawn out only ones when you run out of gold as well. You need to yeah, pump out the trash and try and win through numbers and just keep your economy running. You see the farms working all over here for cost for bringing in the food. 52 farmers, 20 on wood. Wood might even run out here though. Utsi somehow able to afford a castle here, but Kasva is going to make it hard to get that one up. Fighting like crazy with Builder here. Getting some kills even. And look at the eco KD. Kasva has 173 eco kills here. I think he bails on that to save villagers' lives and allows this castle to go up. It threatens a little bit of farming economy and a range. No big deal in the big picture here. Look at these executioners here. Not gonna allow the poor villagers to return all the way home here. Barracks for Utsi now, probably thinking about... I was going to say the champions, but no way that Utsi is gonna be able to get to the champions here. That's a long shot. We are going like under an hour this anyway. Then we'll do at least one of your games, probably both after this one. For sure. So how many halberdiers does it take to take out a castle? We have some rams here as well, certainly helping out. Once the castles are down, you can take out the Feitoria as well, and well, let's see, kept that Feitoria up, so that certainly still keeps a trickle going. What's he gonna make out of these barracks though? There's only hand cannoneers and builders in the making for Uzi here now, and that resource trickle is gonna disappear with the Feitoria going out. I guess if Uzi loses the Feitorias here, it's kind of GG, right? Men at Arms supplies, it's just too late. The Feitorias are dying. There's not going to be gold for the Champions Line units here. You're never going to get to champion in time here if you're Uzi. Mining a little bit of gold over here, but certainly not enough to mass champions. That is one more Feitoria down, and we're left with only this one for Utsi, if I'm not mistaken here. Did lose a couple of cattles as well. Not that organ guns are even in an option anymore. There's just not gold to justify that. And the Halb Siege push for the Goths keeps going here. If 120 skirts can destroy a castle, I'm assuming it's some number less than 120. Yeah. I mean, there's a limit as to how many halberdiers you can place around the foundation of the castle anyway. So maybe 40, 50, 40 halberdiers will do. Well, the castle about to go down here. These thinking boys here have halberdiers. 71 of them on the field here. Kasva has 3 times the ability of Uzi at this point, and they're both forced into trash here, basically. We're going to lose the last Feitoria here. And the castle goes down as well, and the one of those capped rams. 5 capped rams for Kasva, who is going to focus the Feitoria, right? Yeah, there's the capped ram to take out the rest of the Victoria. Longswordsman on the way, but I think we'd see either Did it complete it? Or did they? Yeah, Longswordsman is in, so Utsi is desperately trying to get to champion here, but there's not eco for it. 3 barracks producing Longswordsman, yes, but these are Imperial Age Halberdiers lacking only the last attack upgrade. Castles are going down. Kasva is reclaiming more and more of the map here and is going to take this game home to win. There's no way back for Blue here. Blue can't match the Goths numbers. Goths late Imperial Age infantry, perfusion or not, is still just so strong, and Kasva is yeah, must have lost a lot of villagers here, or to raids, hand cannoneers, raids maybe, but still the military numbers. Who cares at this point? It's had the economy to spam out the units here and just finish it off. There are 5 capped rams on the field, and I mean, Kasva has siege, Uzi does not. That's the thing here. Kasva can easily take out buildings, Uzi just can't. There's a decent chunk of longswords here, but not nearly in the numbers necessary to contest the halberdier masses. 108 halberdiers here for Kasva. Full on trash madness as Utsi is trying to fight the capped rams with villagers here, but that's also not going to be an option. I think we can fast forward a little bit here now, because I think we can see where this is going. This has to be Kasva's game, and what a hold and what a comeback in this crazy 4 lakes back and forth game here. I'm just looking at the overall population. Kasva has 100 more population. That's basically all halberdiers here. Somehow Utsi has been able to afford 200 swordsmen here. Is mining gold over here. Okay, it's not over yet. 200 swordsmen is in. Kasva has only halberdiers here, but Kasva has enough halberdiers to to contest small groups on 200 swordsmen here. GG. Well played, this column. Well played. It was 100%. 599 halberdiers made throughout the game. 140 organ guns as well, so pretty ridiculous here. Look at the army military graph here for Kasva in the end. Military domination. The KD for Utsi here says something about the trash investment here. Kasva with 906 losses, 543 kills. Crazy, crazy. T90 boys. Yeah, pointy boys. The altar. Hello. The fun thing here are the Imperial Age times, though. I spent so much time in the Castle Age fighting for map control, fighting for the lakes, fighting for everything. 108 and 97 villagers max, and